All right. So Jim Cramer is now 100% bearish on Bitcoin. Not cautious, not neutral, full blown perma bear. And we're supposed to believe this just happened organically, right as Bitcoin is sitting in the mid 80,000s, right after the retail panic kicks in, right during holiday liquidity when it's the thinnest. Markets are very thin right now, and now he's a bear. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about this. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Ledger Prime. Today, we're breaking down Mr. Jim Cramer officially flipping to 100% bearish stance on Bitcoin. What the data actually shows, why crypto Twitter is laughing instead of panicking, and whether this is another Wall Street narrative shift designed to shake us out before the next move. Because if you've been here long enough, you already know why it feels kind of familiar, right? So what just happened? According to sentiment tracking data, Jim Cramer has now gone all in bear mode on Bitcoin as of late December 2025. This isn't speculation. It's documented, tracked, and being widely reported across all financial media. And the timing? Kind of interesting, if you ask me. Bitcoin's currently trading in the mid 80,000s. I think it's like 87 maybe this morning after a brutal pullback from 125, right? Those highs were 126K, I think it got up into October. Boom, all the way back into the 80s. That's a significant pullback. Most of the early 2025 gains gone, right? Gone. Back to where we were a whole year ago. Retail sentiment kind of destroyed. Fear and greed index, right? We're pointing towards high fear. And now we get the official Cramer flip-flop, right? But why? Why? Zooming out, the broader market isn't exactly helping confidence right now either, though, right? Like I said, the crypto fear and greed index has dipped into extreme fear territory. We're seeing consecutive outflows from the Bitcoin ETFs. Institutions, pretty quiet. But this is the kind of environment where weak hands fold. Retail's like, well, maybe this Bitcoin thing really wasn't the best deal. I thought it would just keep going up in a straight. This is where the weak players fold and the strong hands start paying attention. Because here's the thing, guys. Fear doesn't show up at the top. It shows up after the damage has already been done. Enter Inverse Cramer. That could be a superhero. Inverse Cramer. This is why the crypto community starts rolling their eyes at Jim Cramer, because we've seen this movie before from him. I mean, he's a funny guy. He's got an awesome show, Mad Money. He's on CNBC. He's always yelling, screaming, doing something. Sometimes he's right. Sometimes we can see right through him. So back in late 2022, Cramer went on record saying he would never touch crypto again. Bitcoin was around 16,000 at the time. What happened next? Bitcoin rallied 400% all the way to the 2025 highs. So when traders hear 100% bearish, they don't hear danger. They hear contrarian signal. Not because Cramer's always wrong, but because extreme, emotional, absolute calls tend to line up with market exhaustion. And I'm going to give Cramer just a smidge of a benefit of the doubt. He knows his main viewership is retail. And he knows retail has weak hands. So sometimes maybe this is just giving Cramer too much credit. But if he thinks retail is going to panic and hurt themselves because they can't see long term, he knows they'll sell at the bottom. He's just saying, just don't touch this stuff. Get out. You're not built for this. But maybe he's saying it in a nice way to invoke fear to save people money. Now maybe not. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit. But let's just say Cramer knows his audience, and his audience folds under panic. Anyway, let's get practical here for a second. Right now, Bitcoin is range bound between some very clear levels, kind of that 85 to 93, with support in that 81 to 85,000 range. We're sitting right in that danger zone where narratives matter more than fundamentals, especially during low liquidity holiday trading. If we break below support, yeah, things could get ugly. And maybe that's why I said Cramer's trying to protect his retail viewers by scaring them, right? They could get ugly if we break support. But if we reclaim the resistance with volume, the whole bearish narrative is going to collapse fast. So here's the Wall Street question. And this is why sometimes I get annoyed, guys. And this is why you need to watch channels like this. There's probably a lot of channels, but watch channels like this. Because every time retail gets shaken out, the messaging suddenly becomes unanimous. Everyone bearish, everyone cautious, everyone saying crypto's over. Meanwhile, the same institutions that lost interest are the ones who loaded up on spot ETFs this year. So you have to ask yourself, is it real concern? Or is this just another sentiment reset before the positioning changes? I'm not saying it's the bottom, and this is not financial advice. I'm saying it is suspicious how loud the fear gets after the damage is done. Why weren't we scared at 126? Why are we only scared at 80? Right? We're scared when we've already dropped 35-40%. Makes you wonder. So guys, in closing here, Bitcoin doesn't move on headlines. It moves on liquidity, psychology, and positioning. And when the fear peaks, when the loudest voices turn absolute, that's usually when markets start doing the opposite. So guys, stay sharp. Watch the levels. Do not let emotional narratives make the decisions for you. And if you found this useful, hit that like button, hit subscribe for more real crypto breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one. And let me know down in the comments, what do you think about Cramer? You think he's right? Or do you think he's just trying to invoke fear? Do you think he's looking out for his retail viewers? Or does he know something we don't and he's trying to help Wall Street shake us out? Let me know, and we'll see you in the next one.